Does your kitchen counter look like a paper tornado hit it? Between school papers, bills, and endless mail, it can feel impossible to keep up. But I've got a system that's easy to set up and keeps paper clutter under control for good. Today I'll show you exactly how I manage all the paper that comes into our house. Mail, kids' schoolwork, takeout menus, and more. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to create your own paper management system that works for your family, so stick around. Hey friends, welcome back to Systematic Mama. If you're new here, I'm Christy and I'm all about creating simple systems to make family life easier. Today we're tackling one of the biggest culprits of clutter, the daily influx of paper. Because let's be honest, if you don't manage it, it can quickly take over your home. Before we jump in, I'd love to know, what kind of paper clutter do you struggle with the most? Is it bills, school papers, or something else? Leave a comment below because I'd love to help you with your specific challenges in a future video. The first step in my system is creating an incoming paper zone. This is a designated spot where all the new papers and mail goes as soon as they enter the house. In our home, it's a simple wall organizer by the door from the garage, our main entrance. But you could use a basket or a tray that lives on an entryway table, or even a drawer if that works better for your space. The key is having one place for everything so it doesn't scatter. We are currently homeschooling, but when our kids attended school, this system worked just as well. When my kids were in school, they would empty their backpacks and put all their papers in here. The same goes for whoever gets the mail. They place it here. It's a simple habit, but it makes staying organized so much easier. Next, I go through the papers daily. It only takes 5 minutes. Here's how I break it down. After I grab the papers from the wall organizer, I come around the corner to the kitchen and sort them. Firstly, I immediately recycle anything we don't need. Junk mail, flyers we don't look through, and anything else we don't need. Any newspapers, magazines, or flyers that we do want to read, I place on a table in the living room. Then I head over to my kitchen organizer and sort what's left. This organizer sits right next to our charging station and above our utility drawer with pens and pencils in it, so everything I need is in one place. Let me walk you through what's inside. This organizer is divided into 3 sections and it's incredibly versatile. It can either sit on the counter or hang on the wall, depending on what works best for your space. I've used it both ways over the years, just adjusting it to suit each house we've lived in. If you're interested in the organizer or any of the tools that I'm showing you today, everything will be linked down in the description below. So at the front of this organizer, I keep a business card holder and an emergency contact list. So this one is blank, but normally this has information in it for our family. And years ago, I unexpectedly collapsed from a ruptured brain aneurysm, turning our world upside down. It was a life-changing experience that showed me just how important it is to have critical information like emergency contacts easily accessible. Even if your kids are young, teaching them how to call emergency services is so important. That experience taught me the value of preparation, and it's why I created this emergency contacts principle. Now my kids always know exactly where to find the information they need, no matter what happens. It gives me peace of mind, and I hope it will for you too. If you'd like to use this emergency contacts printable in your home, you can go ahead and download it for free using the link in the description below. So this printable has spaces here for phone numbers for people that your kids might need, like maybe your own cell phone numbers, maybe grandparents or a neighbor who's usually home during the day, which is perfect if you have little kids. And then there's also a spot for your address down here. And even if they can't read yet, you can show them pictures of the police car and the fire truck to help them learn when to call 911 if someone is hurt. So in a future video, I'll show you my full emergency binder and share more details about how to prepare. But for now, grab your free printable and take this small step toward peace of mind. So let me walk you through the folders in this first section of the organizer. So this one folder holds takeout menus here, because let's face it, sometimes dinner is best left to your favorite local spot. And another folder here is reserved for coupons. Now, I don't really actively coupon anymore since I've developed a better system for my shopping trips and my pantry building, and I've shared those things in previous videos. So if you want, go check those out. I'll link them down in the description. But occasionally I come across coupons that I want to use. And so I put those in here. And so I've got those when I want them. And then they're ready for my next shopping trip. And if you're curious about that, like I said, go and watch those videos. They're linked down in the description. And then the next folder, this actually holds stickers that I use on my wall calendar and also in my personal planner. And so those are here for me to have easy access to. And then this folder is where bills or office related items go that need to be paid or papers that need to be filed. So on Fridays, what I do is I grab this and I take care of everything at once. So this weekly habit just prevents paperwork from piling up and it just keeps me organized. So in fact, my bill paying and budgeting system is so simple and quick to maintain that it only takes me about 10 minutes a week. And I'll be sharing all the details of that system in a future video. So stay tuned for that. And if you know another mom who could use this, then share this video with her because it just might be the solution that she's been looking for. And the second section here holds a folder for each family member labeled with their names, including my husband and myself and all of the kids. So when the kids attended school, if they had put a permission slip or some other paper that needed my attention into that incoming papers organizer, I would, after signing it or just addressing the item, then I would put it into these folders. And the kids knew to check when they were packing their backpacks to see if anything needed to go back to school. And so this section was also where I sorted their schoolwork and artwork and anything that they brought home that we wanted to keep. So items we didn't need were recycled regularly. And when my kids were younger and attending school, I used a larger organizing system on the wall, which allowed me to store more papers. So, and then every couple of months, I'd transfer anything worth saving into their school keepsake totes. And I'll share more about how I put those totes together in a future video. So this approach just helps keep sentimental items manageable and helps my kids learn to make decisions about, what to keep. Plus, it's so fun to look back at their, schoolwork and their artwork years later. And now that we're homeschooling, we have a different systems for school papers, which I'll show you in a future video if you're interested in that. But we still use these folders for everything else. So if something comes in for my husband, I go ahead and stick it in his folder. And if it's anything else that, for me, that's not office related, that goes into mine. And right now for me, I actually have a set of plans here that I'm working on for some new cabinets for a coffee bar, because one of my hobbies is actually building things and I absolutely love it. And in a future video, I'll share how to create a self-care system that helps you recharge and avoid burnout while just managing a busy household and taking care of everyone else. So this system is also a lifesaver for just eliminating paper clutter, because if I come across a paper during the day that belongs to someone, I can just go ahead and pop it into this folder. And then I remind everyone to sort through their folders weekly because it's done regularly. It only takes a few minutes. And my kids have actually even put a folder in here to keep track of their snow shoveling contracts and to keep track of their customers and their contact information. So if you're liking this so far, hit that like button. If you're ready to conquer paper clutter, and go ahead and subscribe for more systems that will just save you time and simplify your life. It's just a quick and easy way that you can show your support, and I thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. And the last section, this is one of my favorites. I call this our monthly tickler system. It features 12 folders, and each are labeled with the month of the year. So while much of the things that we do now are digital, I still use this, and I've been using this for about 15 years. And you can tell because some of these labels are curling and these folders are faded. But anytime I have tickets for an event or a game or a concert or a play, or even a flyer for maybe a block party or an invitation, I place it in these folders for the month that the event is happening. And this just eliminates the stress of figuring out where to store important tickets and reduces the risk of misplacing them. And afterward, I update my wall calendar and personal planner with the event details. And then I add a capital T with a circle around it. And that stands for tickler system. So I know that the ticket or the event information is safely stored in these folders. So this system isn't just for events. I also use it to keep track of important medical requisition forms, like ones for an MRI or lab work that needs to be done. And if the appointment is scheduled in advance, the requisition folder goes in the folder for the month that it's happening. And then I note the appointment in the calendar, and then I put the capital T with a circle so I can quickly grab the form when I need it. And just having everything in one place means no more scrambling to find papers on the day of the appointment. This simple system has saved me so much frustration over the years, and I love knowing there's a designated place for everything. So then once the event has passed and I no longer need the tickets or the invitation or the flyer or the requisition form, I shred or I recycle it. And if something arrives that requires an RSVP, I go ahead and take care of it right away. I'll send a quick text or an email or just fill out a reply card and stamp it immediately. And I'll send it in my outgoing mail little box in my mirror there. It's right above where the incoming papers are stored. And then I put the event in my planner and in my calendar. And then I put the invitation in the tickler folder for easy reference. And this way I don't have to write down every detail in my planner or on the calendar. I can just put just the basic information and put the little T there. And then I know that I can go ahead and go to these folders and pull it out. And that way, if I need the address or other information, it's all right here. So one rule that helps me maintain an organized home is my 10-30 rule. So it says that you just need to go the extra 10 steps or spend the extra 30 seconds to put things where they belong. So applying that rule here means taking the extra 30 seconds to handle the RSVP right away. So it keeps things tidy and it prevents clutter from piling up. So imagine never scrambling for a lost paper or feeling overwhelmed by paper clutter again. With this system, there's no more scrambling to find that permission slip or electricity bill or concert ticket. Everything has a home, and it's easy to stay on top of all the daily paper clutter. I hope this video inspires you to tackle the paper clutter in your own home. Let me know in the comments if you try this system. I'd love to hear how it works for you and feature your success. And if you want to use the emergency context printable in your own home, I've made a download that you can access in the description below. If you're looking for more simple systems to simplify family life, be sure to check out my other videos. If your kitchen could use some love, don't miss this video on organizing in just 4 simple steps. Thanks for watching, Mama. Remember, simplifying family life is a journey. Let's take it one system at a time together. You've got this, and I'm cheering for you every step of the way. Until next time, keep thriving.